Hey, what's going on, everybody? Bowling is back. It's been 2.5 months since I last bowled, so it's been quite a while. So, yeah, gonna head to the lanes right now. I'm heading up to Middletown first, then over to Dover, and then, yeah, just to see how this whole COVID-19 situation is, starting to kind of phase down a little bit. It's been getting better, but bowling wise, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to a good time, and like I said, it's been 2.5 months. It's been a long time since I've thrown a bowling ball, so hopefully it works out pretty good. And but yeah, here we go. Yeah, I don't know what to expect as far as throwing the first shot. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's probably a dribbler. It's probably going to be pretty rough. It's probably going to not be great. It's been a while since I've been to Middletown, actually. I usually bowl league there every year, but I decided not to do their league there this year. Just because the Tuesday night that I usually do there coincided with the Tuesday night I was more involved in at Dover, so I ended up bowling Dover. That was my only league really this year, and I finished up with a 230 average, so that was the first time I've been over 230. I think last league season, I think it was the first time I've been over 220, so basically jumped 10 pins in average, which is, I'm not gonna, I mean, who knows, maybe 240 next year, but I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna predict anything. Fortunately for me, where I live, I'm right smack in the middle between Middletown and Dover, so I hop between both houses when I can. I tend to be more at Dover because I'm a PBA member, so I have the dollar game discount rate, so they have that down there. So I think that house and the new price lanes up north, the Delaware house up there, they do dollar game for PBA members. So, and practicing, I usually practice about 10 games maybe at times for practice. Today I'm not doing 10 games today. We'll see. I don't think so, but we'll see what happens. Usually with me in practicing, if I figure out one thing, I kind of keep going because I want to keep that ingrained in me and try to learn. But today I got to realize I got to take it easy. I got to not force it too much. Just really just try and knock the rust off and go from there. Hopefully running some old friends and stuff I haven't seen in a couple months. So I mean, we've all been kind of either hunkered down at home or been working, and just the times that people I usually just see at the lanes all the time, haven't seen them. So Delaware's a small state, so you kind of run into them every now and then, stuff and everything. Like in an aisle at Walmart or something like that. So and so it's cool. I'm just looking forward to just throwing a ball. That first shot's gonna feel really weird and awesome at the same time, I'm pretty sure. So. Still got it. All right, we're done here in Middletown. Did it bowl for 1 hour, $15. Good deal. And yeah, threw the bowling ball. It was fun. Get a little swag of water there. Thought it was great. I actually ran into Mike Hastings, PBA 50 player from here in Delaware and stuff. He's actually way down south in Delaware, so it was cool to see him up here. And he was actually 2 lanes over from me, so we just talked a lot, caught up a little bit, and all kind of getting our first shots in after a couple months off. So but no, it was great. First ball felt really weird. I think I caught on pretty quick. I mean, my first game I shot like 230 something, but I wasn't really worried about the score, really. I just worried about throwing the ball. That's all I really did. I think the only thing I noticed was my spare game was bad. It was horrible. I whiffed some spares pretty, like some easy stuff, like very bad. So, but that's part of learning it. It's like, okay, my spare game is atrocious right now, let's call it. And So I just need to work on that a little bit, kind of refocus myself a little more on that. I think as I figured out my spare game was like way off, I started focusing a little bit more in my last couple games, and I bowled 5 games total in the hour or so, and I kind of went through it a little fast. I was talking with Mike a little bit, and Nicholas, he's actually down by Millsboro area. He drove all the way up here to practice as well. So this is kind of like the first. I think this and Bolorama are like the only centers opened up like around noon. So they're one of the first centers to open up in the state. But you know, if you haven't been bowling for a couple months, you're gonna go to any close center that's open and ready to go. So it's it's almost 3 o'clock right now, and I'm already starting to see people kind of, you know, get in and start bowling and stuff and everything. And I think you're gonna start seeing these centers pack up a little bit more. The format there was pretty much everyone was spaced 1 lane apart. So there was no league style play. There wasn't, you know, left lane, right lane type thing. It was I think they had odd number lanes, I believe. So I was bowling on lucky number 13. So which I think is where the I think originally that's where they're gonna have the step ladder for the PBA event on that pair. So I was on the left lane of that. So but anyways, felt good. Felt a little knee pain a little bit, but I think that's just kind of a reminder that it's still there. So but I feel pretty good. Now going right down to Dover right now, and see everybody down there, and probably bowl a few more games down there, and just trying to get the muscles back in order and getting ready for whenever these tournaments or whenever these PB events start to go on. So we'll see. So but all right, let's head to Dover. That does it for the first day of bowling back in about 2.5 months for me. It's been a good day. I bowled a total of 12 games today, so I was pretty eager to throw the ball down a lane today. But pretty much the protocols of these lanes, of these centers right now, is from at least these 2 I've been to today, has been just, it's been 1 lane, no cross lane, no league style play or anything. It's all, you know, basically I think it was even number lanes. I was on lane 18 today, so every even number lane was in use. And as far as masks go, when I walked in actually in Dover, what the difference was, at Middletown you walk in with the mask and everything, and once you get to your lane you can take the mask off and bowl and whatever and do that. At Dover though, everybody was wearing a mask even while they were bowling, and I was like, I saw that, I was like, that's different. I mean, yeah, it's different just in a normal sense, but it's you know, I think there are people doing that, and I ended up actually I saw that and I actually took my mask off, and because I mean, Middletown, everybody had no mask on. Like, I was like, what's the difference? It's just a different town, basically. I ended up taking mine off, and then a friend of mine, Malia, was in the pair left of me in the 1 lane, and she's like, you take your mask off, I will too. And I was like, all right, at least I'm not alone in this. And actually, I took mine off, and it was like a chain reaction. Everyone kind of started taking off, and there was nothing being said, because I think the rule is you can take the mask off while you're bowling. That's okay. That was part of the approval plan stuff. You can if you can wear the mask when you're bowling, that's up to you. That's totally up to you. But if you don't, you know, I think it's more of an option, you know, while you're bowling. But once you're outside of it, you gotta wear a mask no matter what. So, and as far as me goes, my elbows are a little sore just from throwing. You know, 12 games is a good amount. So I threw 5 at Middletown, and I wanted to throw 5 at Dover, but I ended up getting, you know, figuring out 1 thing or 2. So it'd be another couple games on top of it. So and that's the thing though, at Middletown it was a time limit, so you had to do an hour or 2 hours, you couldn't do it by game. At Dover, I was able to do my per game and use my PBA rate as well. So it was all kind of all in together. So, but overall, I mean, it was a pretty interesting experience today, and I kind of want to do a video about it because I think like looking back, it's gonna be interesting to look back of how bowling started basically in Delaware today, and kind of my perspective from two centers. So hope you enjoyed everything, and yeah, bowling's back. I'm pretty pumped about it. So yeah, so make sure you check me out on WozVlog on Instagram and Twitter and all that, and follow me on Facebook and all that stuff. You know where you guys. But thanks for watching, and see you at the lanes.